rightfully so. Ilhan Omar, she's insane, as we know. She says Republicans are full of shit for acting like Charlie Kirk wasn't a bad guy.
There are a lot of people who are out there talking about him just wanting to have a civil debate. There is nothing more up than to completely pretend that, you know, his words and actions have not been recorded and in existence for the last decade or so. These people are full of and it's important for us to call them out while we feel anger and sadness. Like, I have empathy for his kids and his wife.
Okay, so producer told me don't rewind them, but I'm playing it longer so people can see what everyone's saying in the clips. Now, Emily said that Ilhan Omar called Republicans a piece of shit. I guess she did at the end, but it seemed like she was saying that she has empathy for him, but she's also saying that some of the things he said to her were offensive. So I've covered Charlie before, and I think Charlie was for civil debate. So I'm in agreement with the Republicans and the conservatives that the way Charlie expressed himself was civil. But like I have said, he had an undertone to him, a narrative to him. He had a way of saying it where there was a dig still there. You can tell when someone's telling you something, but there's a deeper meaning. So I think what Ilhan Omar was trying to say was that he was politely being racist. I call that soft racist sometimes, but he was politely being racist. And for that, she is saying she had a strong stance against him. So to her, she doesn't see him as a hero, and she may not cry over his death or put him, like, praise him or look at him in an exalting way, because as a person, when he was living, she thought that he had flaws and problems, and her personal belief is that he is, not the great guy that the conservatives are saying. But let's see how Emily responds, because that's what I took from Ilhan Omar. I heard that she cursed and said it was fucked up and things. I think she's just talking about it was fucked up, the digs Charlie was taking and the narrative he was pushing. She's saying that's fucked up. I don't think she's praising him dying or anything.
You have empathy for his wife and kids as he just died, and you say he's full of shit. The craziest part is every single one of these people who says he's a bad guy, he's never hurt anyone. He's never done anything bad. You guys praise criminals on a daily basis who are actually bad and actually hurt people. Say he said bad things. What did he say? Without taking him out of context and cutting and skewing the way they want. No one's ever been able to be like, oh, he said horrible things. No, he said the truth. You guys just don't like the truth. Democrats don't like the truth. I mean, we have someone who's in government sitting with a hijab on. Like, sorry, what are we doing, guys? These people...
Guys, I'm going to have to start stopping it during reactions because there's so many thoughts be popping into my head. Okay, so I don't think anybody's saying that Charlie Kirk was actually violent, but I think what some people are saying is sometimes these narratives that get pushed, like if Charlie's saying that black people were... let's say I can't do an exact quote because I don't have it in front of me, but I know he's mentioned, for example, that like 13% of the population committed 50% of the murders. So actually that stat changes because I think 2023, it was 13% of the population, which is blacks, committed 35% of the murders. But that's not all 13% that we've gone through before. It's a small percentage of people. So I think what Ilhan Omar and other Democrats are trying to say is, though, when you generalize things that only affect a small number of people, first off, it's inaccurate, but second off, it can lead people to be like Dylan Ruth, who went out and killed a bunch of black people. It's like, in some way, you're dehumanizing all blacks because you keep trying to group the larger group with the small group causing a problem. So you have people who are deranged who may keep hearing this over and over and just start to think, oh, 13% causing problem, 13% causing problem, 13% causing problem. You keep saying this over and over and over to Republicans. You keep saying 13%, which means blacks. 13%, which means blacks. It gets to a point where certain people are starting to think, oh, blacks are a problem. Well, if blacks are a problem, they think we need to go and harm blacks. So my belief is that though Charlie himself may not have hurt someone, she's just saying that just as conservatives are saying the Democrats' rhetoric may have caused someone to hurt Charlie, she's saying that Charlie's rhetoric could have caused someone to hurt black people. Not sure if the viewers will be following this, but it makes sense to me. Like, both sides are saying the same thing. It's just depending on who gets hurt, they pick a different side to argue from. And then also she said something about a hijab, which kind of upset me because I'm thinking nuns wear the same sort of headpiece that Islamic people wear. But when a Muslim person wears it, it's supposed to have a negative connotation. But no one's saying when somebody's dressed like a nun that it's a negative thing. So that's what I mean by like the dog whistles I hear from conservatives and Republicans. Y'all keep saying Democrats and liberals are wrong, but they have minds and they're paying attention to the things people are saying. If Emily wants to have a dialogue with the other side, which she may, I think she should just consider thinking more about what she says. When you say the hijab, it's not going to say it's an attack, but it kind of is an attack. She's trying to make a statement and saying that doesn't belong in America, right? She's trying to say that's Muslim culture, and she's trying to say that type of thing is not an American value, which doesn't make sense because, as I just stated, Americans based on Christianity, Catholics are a big part of the Christian community, and nobody has a problem with the head garments that the nuns are wearing. Probably missed something else in this reaction, but I will let it finish.
Need to take accountability. This is why these things happen, and only to people on the right. I mean, this woman is...
We about to get into it because I'm stopping it, guys. So people on the right and left have been killed. Two Democratic state representatives were murdered. One of them had a spouse murdered. Steve Scalise was shot. Charlie Kirk was shot. This political violence is not happening just to the right. It's not happening just to the left. It's happening to both sides because both sides have hyperbolic rhetoric. So for Emily to sit there and say it's just happening to the right is just a total lie, and I have to call her out on that.
Sick. She needs to be investigated for a lot of things, including the shady money, her probably marrying her brother, her promoting Islam and all this bullshit in America.
Emily, what is your problem with Islam? You don't have a problem with the Jewish people, I've noticed from seeing your tweets and some of your Instagram posts. You don't have a problem with Jewish people, but you have a problem with Muslims. Jewish people either don't believe Jesus exists, or if he did exist, they don't believe he's the Lord and Savior. Muslims don't believe he's the Lord, but they do believe he's coming back. So I'm somewhat, and Muslims see Jesus as a prophet. Muslims read the Bible and use the Bible as part of their values. So I'm just confused that why there's so much hate coming from certain conservative Christians toward Islam. I can understand extreme Islam being a problem. I can understand extreme Judaism being a problem because I've never read the Talmud, but I see lots of anti-Semitics talking about all kinds of negative things that are in Jewish, I won't call them holy books, but in Jewish doctrine or Jewish text, right? So there's supposedly negative things in Jewish text. There are negative things supposedly in Islamic texts. What's the difference? Why is it a problem to push Islam, but not a problem to push Judaism?
Or it doesn't belong. Sorry, I'll say it. I don't want anyone in office with a hijab on. You don't.
This is what I'm saying and why I call her low IQ. You don't want anybody with a hijab on. Again, do you have a problem with nuns being in office? That's not a rhetorical question. I know the answer is no.
Don't belong here. Your loyalty is not to America. And she has never once proven that. And to say that about the one...
I hate to go in on Emily, but back to Israel. Nobody in the Middle East not nobody, but there is not a large percentage of people who are in Congress or who have influence over the American government who are dual citizens of Egypt and America, or dual citizens of the Palestine, Gaza, which isn't even a recognized state, but you don't have people who are dual citizens of Gaza and America. In terms of Israel, you have many politicians who are dual citizens of Israel and America, and you have many people with money and influence who are dual citizens of Israel and America. So you're saying that she's not loyal to America, but there are Americans who have power and money who you don't call out, who are dual citizens of another government. So if you're going to be fair, you need to call out the dual citizenship and putting other foreign nations before America on both sides, not just picking on Democrats or liberals.
Person who truly represented America is disgusting. This woman is disgusting, and I have fucking no empathy for her. One of the most hated people in America, and rightfully so. Ilhan Omar.
All right, guys. So yeah, I tried out the way of watching the clips, letting it play through. I'll try it again, but yeah, I get thoughts and I might just be popping them short on y'all so I could give y'all my reaction to each part of the thing the other person is saying. If you like this video, please smash the like button, comment, and subscribe. New shows airing Monday through Thursday.